Welcome to the Happy Hospital program. You're in for a wild ride today, because we've got news that is so jaw-dropping, it might just make you spit out your kale smoothie. Just when you thought the political landscape couldn't get any crazier, President Donald Trump, yes, you heard that right, has made a monumental decision that's got America talking, laughing, and questioning all of our life choices. He has nominated Dr. Casey Means as the next Surgeon General of the United States. Now, before you pick up your phone to tweet something sarcastic about this, hear me out. You might be wondering, who is Dr. Casey Means, and why should I care? Well, let me tell you. Dr. Means is a Stanford-educated physician. She's got the credentials, people. She's not just another pretty face on the internet. Oh no, Dr. Means is also a wellness influencer. Yes, you heard that correctly. Your future Surgeon General spends a significant portion of her time posting pictures of wellness trends on Instagram, complete with perfectly staged shots of green smoothies, yoga poses, and, wait for it, detox teas. Forget about those old-school, overqualified doctors with decades of medical experience. Forget about the ones who go through years of grueling medical school and residency programs. Dr. Means is here to save the nation's health, not with scalpels and prescriptions, but with hashtags and Instagram stories. Let that sink in for a second. I don't know about you, but I've always imagined the Surgeon General being someone with a stethoscope and a white coat, not someone who could double as an Instagram influencer with a filter for every occasion. But that's not all. Dr. Means, aside from taking perfect photos of her organic salads and artisanal coffee, also runs Levels, a tech company that tracks metabolic health using wearable devices and apps. That's right, folks. You no longer have to visit a doctor in person. Who needs that old-fashioned stuff? Instead, just download an app, check your glucose levels, and boom, you're healthy. And hey, if that doesn't work, just throw on a green juice filter, and you're good to go. President Trump's decision to nominate Dr. Means is groundbreaking. It's a complete departure from the usual, and that's what makes it so special. Now, instead of our Surgeon General advising us to eat more vegetables, avoid smoking, and get regular checkups, we're probably going to get health advice like, #selfcare Sunday, take a bubble bath and detox your life. You can almost hear it now. Don't go to a doctor, just drink some water, apply your favorite skincare mask, and your problems will magically disappear. Now, before you start rolling your eyes or questioning your life choices, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer brilliance of this idea. Who needs boring, conventional healthcare advice when you can self-diagnose with a cool app and an inspirational quote from Dr. Means herself? Forget about blood pressure checks, forget about annual physicals. All we need is an app, and of course, a curated Instagram feed that makes us feel like we have our lives together. How incredibly efficient, right? And let's not forget the perks of being an Instagram doctor. Not only does Dr. Means provide wellness tips, but she also regularly shares motivational stories about the importance of being mindfully present while sipping your iced matcha latte. And that's what really matters in today's world. It's all about the vibe, the aesthetic, and how good you look doing yoga in front of a lush green backdrop while sipping something that looks like it might cure world peace. Now, I know what you're thinking, wait, isn't this a little insane? The Surgeon General, the top doctor in the country, spending more time on Instagram than in an operating room. And the answer is, yes it is. But guess what? We live in an age where people are more likely to trust a fitness influencer on TikTok than an actual, board-certified physician. So, let's dive into why President Trump actually picked Dr. Casey Means for this highly influential position. We've already talked about the absurdity of having a wellness influencer nominated for the highest health role in the country, but let's get a bit more serious, or at least, try to be serious for a second. Dr. Casey Means isn't just any run-of-the-mill wellness influencer. Oh no. She's not just someone posting inspirational quotes or showing off her latest yoga pose on Instagram. Dr. Means is a Stanford-trained physician, which, let's face it, probably surprised a lot of people when the announcement was made. She's got the credentials, folks. She's not some random TikTok star who decided to throw a #healthgoals hashtag around. No, she's the real deal when it comes to medical education, which is why this whole situation is so delightfully ironic. But here's where things get a little more, let's say, interesting. Dr. Means didn't just stop at becoming a doctor. Oh no, that wouldn't be nearly enough in today's world, would it? Instead, she co-founded Levels, a company that specializes in wearable devices that help people track their metabolic health. That's right. Forget about traditional healthcare systems, forget about physical exams, forget about a stethoscope, we're living in the age of wellness apps now. Levels is a tech company where your health is monitored by your phone, a fancy wearable, and of course, a nice Instagram story. In a world where you can track everything from your sleep cycles to your steps, it seems like Dr. Means is taking it one step further. Why see a doctor when you can get a diagnosis from an app? Why get tested when you can just glance at your phone and know exactly how much glucose is in your bloodstream? And if that's not enough, you can share it with your followers, because what's health without a little social media validation, right? But here's the real kicker, the beauty of Dr. Means' approach is that it's all about prevention, not treatment. In a time when people want to be healthier, fitter, and better, before any issues arise, it's all about feeling good and looking good. Dr. Means advocates for a lifestyle where you can track your body's data and act on it, but mostly, act early. There's no need to wait for symptoms, folks. Why wait for high blood pressure or high cholesterol when you can just know what's going on with your body before it even becomes a problem? It's like being your own personal health detective, except the detective is also an Instagram influencer with a line of smoothies and detox teas. Who needs doctors when you've got all this data at your fingertips? And let's talk about those detox teas for a second. You know, the ones that promise to clean out your insides and make you feel lighter, brighter, and ready to take on the world. Dr. Means is not shy about jumping on the wellness bandwagon. After all, detoxing is all the rage now. Forget about actual medical procedures like colonoscopies, folks. Just grab a cup of green tea, and boom, you're detoxed. You can bet that somewhere, someone is writing an article titled, "How Drinking a Cup of Tea Gave Me the Body of a 20-Year-Old." And in this new world, that's the kind of logic we'll all have to get used to. But hey, if that's the future of healthcare, sign me up. I'll start selling my own line of miracle water. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. People have criticized Dr. Means for not being the typical kind of doctor. She doesn't fit the mold. She's not the white coat-wearing, hospital-dwelling physician that most people envision when they think of a surgeon general. People have questioned whether someone so involved in tech and wellness could truly understand the intricacies of public health. After all, the Surgeon General is supposed to be the face of health for the country, the person you go to when you want to know how to stay healthy during flu season, or how to deal with a health crisis. But here's the thing, Dr. Means has created an entirely new model for health. Forget about waiting in line at a clinic or getting a physical exam once a year. With her app, your health is literally in your hands, in your pocket, and updated regularly. You don't have to worry about anything being too late. Prevention is the name of the game, and if that means swapping traditional checkups for personalized health insights from a wearable, then sign me up. And let's face it, Dr. Means isn't just taking the medical world by storm. She's built an empire. She's got a loyal following that believes in the power of self-care, personal responsibility, and wellness-first attitudes. She's created a movement, not just a job. She's not the only one in this space. Wellness influencers are everywhere. From influencers pushing green juices to others promoting trendy fitness regimens, wellness is big business, and Dr. Means is right in the middle of it. By combining her medical knowledge with tech-savvy innovation, she's become the unofficial queen of wellness. And now, she's going to take that influence to a whole new level as the Surgeon General of the United States. The woman has achieved the impossible, she's bridged the gap between traditional medicine and Silicon Valley. Alright, let's talk about the real genius behind President Trump's decision to nominate Dr. Casey Means for Surgeon General, his vision for healthcare. Now, we all know that healthcare has always been a hot mess in this country. We've got people who can't afford prescriptions, overburdened hospitals, and the constant debate about whether universal healthcare is the answer. But leave it to Trump to completely flip the script and introduce a bold new approach. Forget about traditional medicine. Forget about the medical-industrial complex. In Trump's world, all you need to be healthy is a matcha latte and some Instagram wisdom. You see, President Trump's health strategy, and bear with me here, is to make America healthy again. That's right, folks. Forget about Medicare, forget about making insurance affordable. The key to a healthy nation is simply drinking matcha, eating kale, and following wellness influencers on Instagram. It's as simple as that. Who needs doctors when you can just drink green tea and post about your glowing skin? Who needs health insurance when you've got a perfectly curated wellness routine and a killer selfie game? Welcome to the future of healthcare, where your fitness journey is measured by likes and comments. But here's the beauty of it. Trump knows that we live in an age of instant gratification. We live in a world where we can get anything we want with the click of a button, and healthcare should be no different, right? Who wants to go through the hassle of seeing a doctor, making appointments, or waiting in line for a flu shot when you can just open an app and check your glucose levels? And let's not forget the ultimate self-care ritual, a matcha latte in one hand and a phone in the other. It's the new prescription for health, people. You can now track your health data 24/7 and all it takes is Wi-Fi and an app. But why stop at just drinking matcha? Trump's healthcare vision includes a whole wellness ecosystem that's tied to lifestyle influencers. You don't need to go to a doctor for advice about fitness or wellness. All you need is a good Instagram account and the right hashtags. Why go to a professional nutritionist when you've got someone on social media telling you to eat avocado toast every morning for a balanced breakfast? Who cares if it's actually healthy or not? As long as it looks good on Instagram, it must be the right choice, right? And let's not forget about the next phase of this revolution, wellness tourism. Imagine a world where people fly from all corners of the globe to attend a wellness retreat, where they'll get a private consultation with Dr. Casey Means herself, via Zoom, of course, because who has time to actually leave their house anymore? Instead of going to the doctor for a physical, you'll just head to a self-care destination where you'll be gently reminded that true health is found in deep breath work, yoga, and digital detox. Forget about the flu shot or the COVID vaccine, we now have emotional wellness, and that's what matters in the new healthcare system. In Trump's vision of healthcare, hospitals are going to become a thing of the past. Who needs a hospital when you can get better just by following Dr. Means' tips on how to boost your metabolic health with a customized digital health plan? Instead of seeing a physician to diagnose a disease, just download an app and get your health insights in real time. You can even share your results with your friends to show how healthy you are. Forget about that embarrassing yearly physical. Now, you'll just be able to post about your wellness journey and have the world like your healthy habits. Let's start with some of the questions people are asking. First up, is drinking matcha every day really a cure-all? No joke, folks, one of the most common questions flooding social media right now is whether a daily matcha latte is the answer to every health issue. Want to get rid of high cholesterol? Drink matcha. Need to lower your blood pressure? Drink matcha. Feel like you've been a little tired lately? Guess what? Drink matcha. Seriously, I feel like the next presidential debate is going to have questions like, how many cups of matcha is too many? It's like the ultimate wellness hack that fixes everything. I mean, why spend hundreds of dollars on prescription drugs when you can spend just $5 on a trendy green drink that promises to detox your soul? And while we're on the subject of matcha, have you heard of the magical power of avocado toast? Yes, you heard me. People are now seriously considering whether their health is directly related to the number of avocado toasts they consume. So, in this new world of health under Dr. Means, we might as well ask, can we cure diabetes with a side of avocado toast? Will eating 2 slices of avocado toast a day keep the doctor away? According to the wellness crowd, it might. And we all know that Instagram wellness influencers are the most reliable health advisors, right? Forget doctors with years of education and experience, what do they know? If it's not on Instagram, it's probably not worth knowing. So, I guess we're all going to start measuring our health in avocado toast servings. Oh, I'm feeling great today. I had my recommended 2 slices of avocado toast with organic olive oil, and a side of kombucha to keep my gut happy. Truly, we're entering a brave new world of healthcare. But wait, there's more. Now that we're in the wellness age, people are asking even deeper questions. How much health data is too much? I mean, we already live in a world where we track our steps, our sleep, our heart rate, and even our mood through apps. But now, with Dr. Means' digital health empire, you can monitor literally every part of your body at all times. Feeling a little sluggish? Check your app. Want to know if your workout really made a difference? There's an app for that. Need to know if your gut microbiome is off balance? Yup, there's an app for that too. It's all about big data and self-optimization. We'll all soon be walking around with apps that give us real-time feedback about everything from our glucose levels to our emotional health. Forget about being in tune with your body, now we can just rely on our smartwatches and wellness apps to tell us what we should do next. And you know what the best part is? You get to share all this data with your friends, so everyone can know how healthy you really are. It's like a public service announcement about how perfect your health is. And let's be honest, that's probably the most important thing in today's world. Who needs privacy when you can have shared health status with your followers? But of course, the public reactions are not all sunshine and matcha lattes. Oh no, critics are starting to pop up, and they're asking some serious questions that we should probably consider. Some are wondering, why is the Surgeon General of the United States advising us to live a lifestyle that's basically run by influencers and tech apps? Is this really the best course of action for our country's health, or are we just going to see a generation of people constantly checking their apps for health tips instead of seeing actual doctors? Sure, it sounds fun and convenient, but what happens when you self-diagnose via an app and end up missing a real health issue? Are we setting ourselves up for failure by relying on our phones and influencers instead of actual healthcare professionals? And what about those of us who don't have access to all this fancy technology? Alright, let's talk about the real power behind the US Surgeon General role, and no, it's not just about stethoscopes or physical exams anymore. In Dr. Casey Means' world, the real power is in your pocket. Forget waiting rooms and doctor visits, the future of healthcare is all about Wi-Fi, apps, and wellness influencers. Dr. Means, if confirmed, won't just be giving advice about vaccines or flu shots. Oh no, she'll be guiding us through the digital wellness app ecosystem. Think about it, instead of an annual checkup, you'll open an app to track your sleep, glucose levels, and daily steps, in real time. Self-monitoring will be the norm, and you won't need a doctor to tell you when something's wrong because your phone will already have the answer. Imagine this, a wellness app that tracks your health data 24/7. Instant feedback. You feel sluggish? Check your app. Wonder if your workout is actually working? App's got you covered. Dr. Means won't need to be physically present in a hospital to influence public health, she'll be leading a tech-driven healthcare revolution from her phone. It's all about personalized health, tailored to your data. Your health isn't just about how you feel, it's about your app telling you how you're doing. Forget doctors' offices. The future is about apps and wearables. Imagine a system where you never need a physical exam again because you can track everything with a smartwatch and a couple of apps. Need a flu shot? Your app will tell you if you need it. Want to know how your body is responding to a new diet? The app will tell you instantly. This is data-driven health, and Dr. Means is the perfect person to push us into this future. And, let's not forget the impact on insurance. If everything's tracked digitally, maybe your health premiums will be based on your app data. If you're eating well, working out, and hitting your wellness goals, your premiums could go down. No more waiting for appointments or insurance claims, it's all automated through your health data. But this digital future isn't without privacy concerns. With all your health data stored in one system, who owns it? What happens if it gets hacked? Dr. Means will have to face these tough questions. How much personal health information are we willing to give up in exchange for convenience? Still, Dr. Means' role as Surgeon General could set us on a path where health is all about self-management and wellness apps. It's a world where your phone is your doctor and your data is your prescription. So, get ready for the future of healthcare, where your matcha latte is just as important as your next doctor's visit, and maybe even more effective. Of course, not everyone is on board with Dr. Casey Means' vision for healthcare. While some might be excited about the potential of wellness apps and tech-driven health, there are plenty of critics raising some serious concerns about where all of this is headed. First off, many people are questioning whether we're really ready to hand over our health to Instagram influencers. I mean, let's face it, when did fitness gurus and wellness influencers become the new face of medicine? Sure, Dr. Means has a Stanford degree and runs a health tech company, but does that make her a real doctor? Or is she just another influencer trying to sell us a lifestyle? Some argue that, by focusing on data and self-diagnosis, we risk oversimplifying complex health issues. It's one thing to track your glucose levels, but what happens when you miss something critical because the app didn't flag it? Can an app truly replace the personalized care you get from seeing a real physician who knows your medical history? And, sure, Dr. Means can give us tips on how to optimize our metabolism, but is she really equipped to diagnose medical conditions? It's a fine line between empowering people to take charge of their health and potentially missing important health warnings. Critics are also worried about the lack of accountability. When you see a doctor, there are established medical ethics and standards of care. But what happens when health advice comes from someone who's more focused on brand partnerships, sponsorships, and Instagram followers than actual clinical expertise? If Dr. Means is promoting a health trend and it doesn't work out for everyone, who's responsible? Is the app's algorithm to blame? Is the wellness company that created it at fault? Or do we just blame ourselves for not following the right health routine? Let's not forget the commercialization of health. Wellness apps, detox teas, supplements, they've become big business. Dr. Means' approach, while revolutionary, also blurs the line between health and consumerism. Sure, we might get personalized health plans and insights, but will that lead to more product consumption? Will we be sold a lifestyle where health is no longer about genuine well-being but about buying the next wellness product or paying for the latest health tracking app? There's also the issue of equity. Let's be real, not everyone can afford the latest health apps, wearables, or personalized wellness plans. Will this new health system leave the disadvantaged behind? Will those without access to technology be left out of the wellness revolution? Critics worry that by focusing so heavily on individualized, tech-driven health, we risk creating a two-tiered system where only those who can afford the latest apps and gadgets get the best health outcomes. What about people in low-income communities who can't even afford regular doctor's visits, let alone a fancy health app? Finally, there's the concern that all this tech-driven health advice could lead to overdiagnosis and health anxiety. In a world where we track everything, from our steps to our sleep to our heart rate, how long will it be before we start overthinking every symptom? Will we become so obsessed with optimizing our health that we'll start analyzing every little fluctuation in our data and driving ourselves crazy in the process? So, while Dr. Means' approach might seem like the wave of the future, there are still some serious questions that need answering. Is it really better to rely on a health app than a doctor? Can data-driven wellness actually replace traditional medicine? And, most importantly, are we just entering a world where health is another trend, and wellness is just another product to buy? Now, we all know President Trump. He doesn't exactly shy away from a little controversy. And when it comes to the critics of Dr. Casey Means' nomination as Surgeon General, well, you can bet he's not sitting quietly on the sidelines. Nope, he's throwing punches, and he's doing it in classic Trump fashion. In fact, just days after the announcement, Trump went straight into defense mode. In a series of tweets and public statements, he condemned the people questioning Dr. Means' qualifications. Why are these so-called experts so afraid of change? Trump tweeted, "We need fresh ideas, not the same old bureaucrats who've been running our healthcare system into the ground for decades." It's not surprising that Trump is pushing for a healthcare revolution. He's been advocating for change in nearly every area of American life, and now, health is the next target. But here's where things get interesting. Trump doesn't just want to ignore the critics, he wants to obliterate them. He's called out the traditional medical establishment, accusing them of being too old-fashioned, too resistant to change, and frankly, too stuck in their ways. He's made it clear that Dr. Means is exactly what this country needs, someone who's in tune with the modern, tech-driven world, not someone who's still talking about things like penicillin and antibiotics. Trump has even gone so far as to say, we don't need more of the same old doctors. We need someone who understands the power of apps and data. The future of health is digital, and Dr. Means is at the forefront of that movement. And this, my friends, is where we start to see the true vision of Trump's healthcare plan. Forget about hospital visits, forget about waiting for an appointment, forget about the idea that you need to sit down with a physician to discuss your health. According to Trump, the future of healthcare is about immediacy. It's about tracking your health every second of the day, whether it's through an app that checks your heart rate or a device that analyzes your sleep patterns. If it's instant, then it's good, right? Why wait for a test result from a doctor when you can get your health data on demand? Why wait for a diagnosis when your app can tell you exactly what's going on inside your body? Trump doesn't just see Dr. Means as a figurehead for the future of healthcare, he sees her as a revolutionary. And he's not alone in this. Many of his supporters are excited about the idea of healthcare being put in the hands of individuals. No more waiting, no more filling out endless forms in doctors' offices, no more dealing with insurance red tape. Instead, healthcare will be on your phone. The technology is already out there, so why not just embrace it? But, of course, not everyone is convinced that this is the right move for the country. Critics say that this tech-driven approach could leave people behind, especially those who don't have access to the latest technology or don't understand how to use it. Are we really ready to entrust our health to apps, where the system is designed to optimize your health data but doesn't take into account your individual needs as a person? What about people with complicated medical histories or those who need personalized care that an app simply can't provide? Still, Trump is doubling down. He's continuing to say, the people who are attacking Dr. Means are scared of change. They're scared because they can't understand the power of what's coming. They're afraid of new technology, of a future where health is digital, personalized, and accessible to everyone. But we need to stop being afraid of that future. We need to embrace it.
So, what do you think? Is Dr. Casey Means' tech-driven approach to healthcare the future of health, or are we stepping into a world where technology replaces the personal touch that healthcare needs? Will this wellness revolution help us achieve better health, or will it leave too many people behind? We want to hear your thoughts. If you think this digital healthcare revolution is the way forward, hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all things health, technology, and politics. But if you're still skeptical about trading in your doctor's visit for an app, don't forget to leave a comment below. We want to know your take on the future of healthcare. Join the conversation and share this video with your friends. Let's see where this debate goes. After all, your health is important, and we all have a say in how the future of healthcare unfolds. So don't forget to subscribe, and stay tuned for more hot takes on the latest topics. See you next time, and remember, health is wealth, whether it's in a hospital or on your phone.